Alright, so welcome everyone here today. We're doing something a little bit different here. So this week, there isn't an episode of HPW. Instead, because of the whole WrestleMania week, I'm going to be basically doing a whole overview of the card we have here for Destiny. And let's get right to it. The first matchup we have here, it is the pre-show Battle Royal. So this will be uploaded on the day of Destiny onto this channel. Don't know whether or not I will have commentary, but we'll figure that out when the time comes. So I'm going to be going over the participants in this match. Same thing for the ladder match. So first, let's start off with the far left, and that is John Bronco. You know, he hasn't been winning lately since returning at the Royal Rumble. He lost his match with Liam Aldridge at End of the Road. He won the tag match at No Way Out, but I think that was ultimately got the pin there. Has not actually won a singles match since November, last time I checked. So a win here in this Battle Royal could really bring him back to possibly being at his past glory, if you want to call it that. I don't know. But to his side, it is Seth Watson. Seth Watson, he has actually challenged for the HPW Championship in the past, way back at Survival, challenging for that title in the Falls Count Anywhere. But since then, he hasn't been on the highest on our ranking. He won the ladder match at a Christmas Clash, ended up losing his championship shot on the tribute show a few days later, and then would end up losing at No Way Out as well in that Elimination Chamber match for the Hardcore title. And since then, hasn't really done much. He failed to qualify for the Hardcore title ladder match, so it really has not been a great time for him lately. But a win here in this Battle Royal could really boost him back in confidence and in momentum. And then next up here, it is Ali, another man who failed to qualify for this Hardcore title ladder match. Same thing with the two men after him that I will be going to talk about. So Ali recently challenged for the title back at End of the Road in that triple threat match. I think he ended up taking the pin in that, so that sucks for Ali, but he also ended up being the first one eliminated in the No Way Out chamber match for the Hardcore title. I think that was actually by Seth Watson, so maybe he might try to eliminate him in this. So yeah, Ali, another man like the others so far, who could really use that momentum boost from winning this Battle Royal. He has won Battle Royals in the past. Remember, he did win our bonus Battle Royal back at Christmas Clash. Not many people remember that because I did it kind of on a whim, but it happened. So he has experience in winning Battle Royals, but let's see if he can win it here on Destiny. And next up in the middle, it is Jamie. A former internet champion, a former two-time internet champion, held that for quite a bit until losing it a couple weeks ago to Jay Rae, and has not been doing too well since. Lost his qualifying match to Jarrett along with Ali, and now he's in this Battle Royal. I'm sure he feels that he is suited better than being in a Battle Royal, but he could probably use this to his advantage to possibly get him back to an Internet Championship opportunity. The title that he has, I don't think he has gotten a rematch for yet. So that's quite interesting. We'll have to see how that goes for him. But after that, it is Sean Dexter, one half of the Golden Dynasty, with Jay Rae, the man who actually beat Jamie for that internet title. He recently picked up the victory on last episode of HPW as I'm recording this. I think that was over... Who was it over? Oh, Frankie Omega. Yeah, he picked up the victory over Frankie Omega. And he also has a match on our Go Home show against the Freak Luke. Or at least, as of right now, he does. So we'll have to see how well he does in that. He is sporting a new look, as you can see in the graphic. You will see that at our Go Home show. But yes, maybe this new look may mean even a new Sean Dexter. Maybe new wins. What a way to start off this new look than by winning this Battle Royal and throwing out all the other men. But regardless, next up it is Hunter, not me, of course. So, usually we've seen him as a tag wrestler, but tonight he is, well, not tonight. At Destiny, he will be in this battle royal, going alone. Well, he could actually team up with Jamie if he wants to. That is another thing. The numbers game, Jamie and Hunter in the Lost Souls, so they could team up. Remember, not me. We're two different people. So yeah, they maybe team up. He actually does have history in winning battle royals. He won back at the Halloween special in that Trick or Treat battle royal. He was dressed up as Slapjack. That was quite funny. He actually ended up challenging Jamie for the inner title after winning that. Came up short though. So two men in this battle royal with history of winning battle royals. So that is something to look out for. He could really use another battle royal win to boost up his credibility. But after that, you have a man that I think everyone in this match would probably look out for, that being Bjorn Olstrom. He definitely has the size advantage over everyone else in this match. And he could use that to his advantage by just easily throwing them all out. But remember, he actually had the shortest time in our Royal Rumble match. So maybe battle royals might be his weakness, for all we know. But who knows, maybe he'll have to prove us wrong in that standpoint at Destiny by winning. So we'll have to see how he does there. But then our final participant in this match, it is one of our more recent signings, that being Bowen Blackwell, who actually debuted in the Royal Rumble, but he hasn't done too much since then. So, a good way to start off fresh here in HPW then by winning this Battle Royal and beating these 7 other men who are hungry for opportunity. So yes, 8 men all looking to get back on track here in HPW, but let's see who can do such by winning this Battle Royal. And now let's move over to our main show. I'll see you there. And on to our main card, we have a 6-man ladder match for Jake White's Hardcore Championship. A stacked field for this one, I gotta say. So let's get right into it. First, let's get into the champion, Jake White. So Jake White has been holding on to this title since No Way Out, winning that Elimination Chamber match for the title, which a lot of people did not want him to win, based on the messages in the chat. Then he would end up successfully retaining at End of the Road against Jack Isles and Ollie, and again would retain his title on the episode after, defending it against Jamie. So two successful defenses of the title so far, and one of those being a multi-man match. So maybe he has some luck on his side in multi-man matches, for all we know, considering he did win it in a 6-man match. But Jake White has the odds stacked against him here for this one, as it was announced here he will defend in a 6-man ladder match. I'm sure he's not very happy about that, but I don't really care. So, and I bet neither do you. Unless you're Jake White, then you might. So, into his 5 challengers. First here we have Alex Gemini. He's been on a hell of a winning streak lately, being chosen to be in this match after he defeated Will Oconnor, our former HPW champion. And then after that, he successfully defeated Jay Rae and Jarrett, who was also in this match. We'll get into that later. So he's been on a hell of a win streak lately. It'd be great for him to continue that win streak into winning the hardcore title. Has been going his challenge for, I think, every title in HPW. So, a bit sad that he hasn't gotten a championship win yet. He's come so close so many times. A win here, what a way to get your first title than by winning at Destiny. To achieve your destiny at Destiny, that's not that bad. So I'm sure he is a fan favorite to win this one, and I sure do hope he does well. Now next up, going down the right side, it is Jack Isles, our former hardcore champion, actually lost the title to Jake White, last being eliminated in the No Way Out hardcore championship chamber match by Jake White, and I'm sure he very much wants to get that title back in his grasp, especially to take it away from Jake White. Didn't get the win over Jake White in that triple threat match at End of the Road, but ended up qualifying for this ladder match by defeating Ollie, the other man who was in that match, on the episode after. So Jack Giles would love nothing more than to become a 2-time hardcore champion. I think that'd be the first ever 2-time hardcore champion if he does. So we'll have to see if he can make history at Destiny. But then after that is a man who is also a part of the Lost Souls. Another match with 2 members of the Lost Souls, that being Jack 2. Interesting dynamic here, because remember back at Doomsday, it was both Jamie and Jack Giles in the ladder match, and Jamie ended up winning that ladder match. So we'll have to see if Jack 2 maybe might do the same as Jamie and beat his own leader for the title in the ladder match. We'll have to see if he does that, or maybe he might help Jack Giles get the victory. We'll have to find out if he does that. A whole lot for Jack 2. Jack 2 actually challenged for the hardcore title way back in July, I think. Has not done much singles since then. We mostly know him lately for teaming with another member of the Lost Souls, Hunter. Not me, of course. You know? And, you know, what a way to get back into the singles division by winning the hardcore title. That would be his first championship win if he does do that. So we'll have to see if he can get the job done there. But regardless, moving on next, it is the Destroyer, John D'Aria. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I'm not very good at that, but, you know, he qualified for this match by defeating Liam Aldridge on the episode after End of the Road. He actually did win the breakout tournament way back in December, ended up losing his championship opportunity for the Internet Championship at Rumble, but since then has not really done too much of note. But what a way to get back into prominence than by winning this hardcore title ladder match right here at Destiny. So I'm sure he would love nothing more than to win that ladder match, and I'd be quite fine with it, you know. And then finally in this match, it is Jarrett. He's been here since day one, and he's been done quite a lot of interesting things since then, you know. Has yet to win the hardcore title. He actually did challenge for it way back at SummerSlam in a First Blood match. Ended up coming up short quite easily, from what I remember. But, you know, now sporting a whole new look and a whole new side of him, we'll have to see if he can win the hardcore title in this ladder match. You know, what a way to prove himself as being back in prominence, just like John D'Aria, by winning this ladder match and becoming our hardcore champion. I think it'd be quite interesting to see Jarrett as hardcore champion, in my opinion. You know, it would be a sight to see. So we'll have to see if he can get the job done. Let's see if any of these guys can get the job done. I mean, it's going to be one of them, but we'll have to see who at Destiny. So regardless of that, I think I've said everything I can say about this one. And now on to our next match. Here we have 2 of Will O'Connor's trainees colliding here, as it will be Frankie Omega versus Dan. 2 former tag team champions here. Ended up separating after they lost their tag team championship rematch on an episode of HPW, and Frankie Omega snapped and turned on his partner. This was after Frankie Omega was the first one eliminated at End of the Road, and then took basically all of the attacks from the Jacksons and ended up taking the pin in their rematch. So I guess he was just fed up with being the loser of the team and wants to prove himself. Obviously has not been doing a good job at that, because he has lost every match he's been in since turning on Dan, while Dan ended up actually defeating the Freak Luke on last episode of HPW. No, he didn't defeat Luke. He defeated Stalker, actually. I confused them, but whatever. I'm not re-recording this because I don't care. Yeah, Dan ended up defeating Stalker last episode, a former HPW champion, so what a win that was for him. So obviously doing a lot better than Frankie since splitting, but Frankie would love nothing more than to defeat his former partner that he thinks that he is better than. But we'll have to see if he really can prove that he's better than Dan, because it isn't looking like it lately. But he has actually defeated Dan before. Before they became a team, Frankie was actually on a roll, and he was defeated Dan just a couple weeks before they became a tag team. But, you know, now with this new side of Frankie, maybe it's not a good thing. I've heard that he's quite frustrated, so maybe we might see a new side of Frankie at Destiny. That might be what he needs to do to win this match, because obviously what he's doing currently is not working out for him. And Dan might have this one in the bag, but I'm quite interested to see how this match goes, because, you know, who knows what they might have in store for us. But we'll have to find out at Destiny. And now on to our next match. Next up, it is a number 1 contenders match for the Women's Championship. It is 2 quite dominant superstars in our women's division, that being Genevieve and the savior, Toni Soturo. And so Toni Soturo, recently debuting here, just I think 3 weeks ago, facing off against Haruka Masuda, a former HPW champion and women's champion. Ended up defeating her quite easily, actually, and then the week after, ended up defeating Athena. 2 former challengers of Genevieve, ended up being defeated quite handily by Toni Soturo. And so that, but Genevieve at the same time, she is known as being so far our most dominant women's champion in history. Defeated just about everyone on the women's roster until losing it to Maria Murphy in that Elimination Chamber match at No Way Out, and then losing at end of the road in that triple threat. But now looking to get that championship back here in this number 1 contenders match against probably her greatest challenge yet, that being Toni Soturo, currently undefeated in our women's division, 2-0. So we'll have to see if Genevieve can continue her dominance by winning here tonight, or will we be seeing a new star on the rise with Toni Soturo? We'll have to find out at Destiny. This could really go either way. I'm very interested to see how it goes, and I hope you are too. So I think this one could be one of our best matches of the night, and it is must-see. So we'll have to find out who can win that match at Destiny. And now on to our next match on the card, it being a title match. Let's get right into it. Here we go, our second title match on the show. It is for the Tag Team Championships. It will be the challengers of the Aldridge brand, Liam Aldridge and Stephen Shade, challenging the Jacksons, who are the longest reigning tag team champions for those titles. The Jacksons, 2-time tag team champions, recently winning them back at End of the Road in that triple threat tag team elimination match against the Lost Souls and Frankie and Dan, and now defending here against a new foe in the form of the Aldridge brand. Probably the only team they haven't defeated yet, except for Golden Dynasty, but I'm not sure if they're teaming right now. But regardless, the Jacksons have defeated quite a few tag teams in their time, the longest running champions in the history of our show. So it's going to be quite a hard match for the Aldridge brand, but as you've seen in the last 2 weeks, the Aldridge brand did attack DeMarcus Jackson. He has been left off TV for the last 2 weeks, but he will be returning on our Go Home show to face Liam Aldridge. But as you may see, both Stephen Shade and Liam Aldridge got victories over Edward Jackson. So that shows they can definitely do better than Edward, or at least, definitely outsmarted him with the numbers game. So we'll have to see how much of a factor, the X factor, DeMarcus Jackson plays in this match. We could be seeing new champions crowned, or we could see the reign of dominance for the Jacksons continuing on after Destiny. But, it could really go in the favor of either team, because we don't know if DeMarcus Jackson is fully healed after his attack. So they may use whatever injuries he may have to their advantage, and that could really come into play in this one for the Aldridge brand. But for all we know, the Jacksons could pull it out of the bag here and get a victory once again. But we'll really have to see at Destiny, and this one is bound to be a great tag team match for the ages. So we'll have to see that at Destiny. And now on to another title match, that being for the Internet title. Here we go. And here is a match to cap off a trilogy between these two men, that being the challenger, the Freak Luke, and Jay Rae. So these men have faced each other twice before. Jay Rae losing the title the first time to the Freak Luke, but then regaining it 6 nights later on our episode of HPW, and since then has been champion. But the Freak Luke winning one last time against Jay Rae, and this is the third and final match probably between these two. I'll have to see who can come out on top here. Either Jay Rae can once again defeat the Freak Luke, or Luke can once again take that title away from Jay. So we'll have to see if he can do that. Luke recently has been on a bit of a slump in wins. So I think Jay has too, except for that win over RC, but I don't know how much that's really saying. But what a way! Someone's got to win here. So we'll have to see who can really hold themselves back up in this one and get the victory to cap off this great trilogy they've had. Based on the last two matches they've had, this is bound to be a great Internet Championship match, and I'm quite excited for this one. I'm fine with this going either way. We'll have to see what the future holds for these two men for Destiny, and I think this one is one of our bigger attractions for the show. So do not miss it. It is going to be quite interesting to watch. And now, moving on to our Women's Championship match, and I will preview that in just a second. And now, the rivalry will commence here at Destiny. That rivalry being between the challenger, Eden, and the champion, Maria Murphy. It's been a very heated rivalry between these two in recent weeks. After Eden came up short twice for that Women's Championship to Maria Murphy in both the No Way Out Elimination Chamber match and the Triple Threat match at End of the Road, she finally gets a one-on-one chance against Maria Murphy, and what a way to make a statement towards her, to challenge her for this match. Then right after their match at End of the Road, she spine-busted her backstage right on our concrete floor. And then the week after, she would hit a Alabama slam through a table backstage, and that looked quite nasty. But on last episode of HPW, we did see that Maria Murphy made her return from injury, and got a little payback of her own by powerbombing Eden through a table. So very heated rivalry between these two in recent weeks, as I said. And I'm sure they'd love nothing more than to get their hands on each other here in this Women's Championship match. So this is bound to be a nasty match here. No stipulation announced yet, but I'm sure there will be one in the coming days. We'll just see who can get the job done here. Either Eden can finally get her hands on that title, or Maria Murphy will continue her reign over the women's division. So I am very, very, very interested in this one. I used very 3 times just to show how interested I was in this match. So yeah, this is bound to be a great match, and bound to be a brutal one. We'll have to see who can get the job done and win the Women's Championship of the world. And now we have our second to last match of the night, that being between two former tag partners and two former HPW champions, that being Stalker and Oconnor. As you saw, these two had a bit of a feud a few months ago, as the Empire of Pain imploded before our very eyes in a triple threat match at Christmas Clash, where Stalker ended up getting the victory and then going on to win that HPW Championship match. But then Oconnor, he ended up winning that championship from Stalker just to stick it to Stalker, not even because he wanted the title, just so he could stick it to him, and he proved that by vacating the title just a few weeks later. And Oconnor obviously trying to get into the head of Stalker by having him faced off against both of his trainees. Stalker ended up getting the victory over Frankie Omega, but ended up coming up short against Dan just a week later. So we'll have to see if Oconnor has gotten into the head of Stalker here in this unsanctioned match between them. Really a whole lot could happen in an unsanctioned match. They could go all over the arena here. So this could be very, very brutal between these two, just like our last match. So this one is going to be quite the match between two men who know each other very well. And, I'm quite interested to see who wins. I could see it really going either way, because Oconnor, very skilled athlete, is not very good at defending titles successfully, but we'll not get into that. Neither did Stalker, actually, with the championship. But he was a good tag team champion with Stephen Shade, actually under the partnership of Will Oconnor as well. So yeah, these men know each other quite a bit. And we'll have to see just how well they know each other in this one. See who knows each other more. Knows the other more in this match to get the upper hand and win against their former friend. We'll have to see if we can get the job done there at Destiny. We'll have to see you there for that one. And now, our main event of the evening. It is a triple threat match for the vacant HPW Championship. It will be between Zach Quinn, the winner of the Royal Rumble, Destructo Dino, and Aiden Carter, a former HPW champion in his own right. Remember, Aiden Carter won the title by cashing in the briefcase that he defeated Destructo Dino to win. So Destructo Dino definitely wants a bit of payback on Aiden Carter for taking away that opportunity from him way back at Doomsday. And don't forget about the third factor in the match, Zach Quinn winning the Royal Rumble by last eliminating Destructo Dino and going on to Destiny. Not to the chagrin of our fans. As you can see, not many of them really like Zach Quinn, but maybe he'll just prove them otherwise by beginning a reign of terror over HPW by winning this championship here in the main event of Destiny. Or maybe we could see Aiden Carter regain his championship, because remember, he did actually beat Zach Quinn at No Way Out to be added into this match, so we definitely know that he has Zach Quinn's number. But the real thing here is Destructo Dino. He's been working to get this championship for a whole year. You know, winning the Money in the Bank, ended up losing the briefcase, ended up losing his challenge at Christmas Clash for the title, ended up coming up so close at the Rumble, ended up having his opportunity stolen from him by Will Oconnor at No Way Out, and now here at Destiny, this could finally be his time to win the HPW Championship against these two men. And I'm sure he is chomping at the bit to get this title in his grasp, and I would not blame him for it. So, three men who would love nothing more than winning this championship. This one is bound to be a classic. And what a way to end off our pay-per-view with this one. You know, this is bound to be an amazing show, or at least I hope so. If it's bad, then, well, that sucks. Nothing I can really do about that. But we'll have to see how good this show is in just 2 weeks' time, I think, as I'm speaking. Actually, well, when this is uploaded, it will be 1 week's time. On April 14th, I think. No, that doesn't sound right. April 16th? I don't know. I'll say it. It should be on the HPW account. I'm not looking right now, so you'll see. Thank you all for watching this preview for Destiny, and I hope you all watch the show on whatever date it is. You should be able to find it, or you'll just turn on notifications for twitch.tv/Tranquilo Club, and you should be able to get the notification when it is live. And make sure to watch, because I don't feel like telling you anymore, because my voice is dying. And I will see you for the go home show just one night before. Thank you all for watching.